Ladies and gentlemen, what a day, what a day. Finals complete, no longer sick. Argentina and Messi win the World Cup. Watching the CDL finals today. I'm going to South America on vacation for 3 weeks. I'm going to have a few videos out for you guys. They're going to be great. They're going to be fun. And we hit 12,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much. Everything that could possibly go right is going right. And of course, that's with the exception of Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2. You know guys, when Season 1 Reloaded came out, there was this massive update with a bunch of patch notes. A lot of things got changed in general. Not for multiplayer, of course, we only got 2 things, a weapon and a map. But overall, you know, there was a lot of things that were changed, tuned, adjusted, a lot of patch notes, a lot of statements, a lot of opinions. But there is one thing that I found very interesting that kind of flew under the radar. And it's kind of funny because, if I'm not mistaken, this is the most advanced Call of Duty to date. This is one of the highest budgeted CODs we've ever played, revenue generated out the wazoo, 3,000 developers, 6,000 eyeballs, 6,000 hands, 30,000 fingers that were laid on this game to develop it. A total of 1,095 days worked on this game and still working on it. All the development studios involved. The first Call of Duty in history to have a 2-year life cycle. And still, even with all of that, it appears there may be 5 seasons of Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2. Over the course of 5 seasons, a new narrative will unfold. That's a direct quote. I'm assuming it's from one of the devs. And yeah guys, this is real. This is an actual thing. Now, there's a lot of questions about this, a lot of confusion going around, and I think that's kind of why it kind of flew under the radar. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but I will say, from my experience with Call of Duty, my experience with Activision, my experience with Infinity Ward as devs, I'm gonna go ahead right now and just tell everybody to minimize their expectations to the most basic form that you possibly can. If you're expecting a bunch of maps, if you're expecting a lot of content, personally, I would tell you guys to lower your expectations, because for the last couple of years, and especially knowing what I know now about Season 1 and possibly Season 2, I don't know if the rest of these seasons are gonna be all that impressive. But I gotta keep it fair, okay? There is a lot of questions about this, there's a lot of confusion, and I want to clear some things up, alright? It's not all doom and gloom. The first thing, this quote right here about it being a whole new narrative for the next 5 seasons, the developers could easily pull a Vanguard and have the first 4 or 5 seasons be connected to the story, but then just like Season 5 of Vanguard, it's just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks, and going away from the main story, adding in futuristic, spacey shit, anything really goes, and that could be the case for Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2 after Season 5, but I'm just saying that to play devil's advocate, alright? I'm not saying that's what I think is happening, because truly I don't. Like I said, keep your expectations very low, but it's possible that could be the case, and if it is, then you know what, no harm, no foul, and just because I'm feeling sympathetic and I want to root for the gooch lickers out there, I too, just like you gooch lickers out there, hope I am wrong about what I'm saying right now. The way I see it, we have 5 seasons in this game. Perhaps they're not including Season 1, but likely they are, and to me that is just awful, terrible news for Call of Duty. It's awful news for Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2. It's awful news for multiplayer fans. It's awful for anybody who spent a significant amount of money on this game, buying it, pre-ordering it, getting bundles, getting cosmetics. If you're putting down a shit ton of money for this game, I genuinely kind of feel bad for you. So like I said, this could go one of 2 ways. Maybe we could have the benefit of the doubt for the devs and they're pulling some weird sneaky shit like they did for Vanguard. And if that's the case, then good job. But if not, then this is the implication that I'm getting. Guys, Season 1, we only got 2 maps. We got Shipment, we got Shoot House. True or false, did we not just see Shipment back in Vanguard? And true or false, did we not just have the Shoot the Ship playlist back in MW 2019, which a lot of people played for the last 2 or 3 years? Now you might think I'm being picky about this, but I've said this since Season 1 was announced. Only having 2 maps is not good. 2 of those maps being remastered maps that we just had not too long ago is also bad. Those 2 maps lasting us until February 1st from the end of November is also bad. But get this guys, I made a video about Season 2 to and some rumors that I heard, and I want to know what you guys think about this. There is a rumor going around, and granted, it could be wrong, and again, I hope I'm wrong. There is a chance that Season 2 will also only have 2 maps, one being Castle, which is being remastered from Vanguard and World at War that we just had last year, and the other map is apparently Museum, that got removed after the launch of this game, and it's possible that it's coming back in for Season 2 as one of the 2 maps that we're getting for that season. Now, if that's the case, YouTube, I'm sorry, but that is some bullshit. Now, Season 2 might have a 3rd map, and I hope it does. I want you guys to remember, everything that I'm saying, I genuinely hope I am terribly wrong about, but unfortunately for you guys, and unfortunately for myself, my track record since the launch of this game says otherwise. With that being said, Season 1 and Season 2 are both complete misses, they're duds, it's not pushing this multiplayer experience forward whatsoever, with the exception of Shoot House and Shipment both being pretty enjoyable experiences. That's not gonna hold people for very long. And if this initial rumor is true that there's only 5 seasons in this game, then there's only 3 seasons after Season 2, and just judging off of what we had with Vanguard and starting out with MW 2019 Part 2, only having 2 maps per season with like a 10% chance of having a 3rd map, I'd say content-wise, the multiplayer experience might be completely chalked. 5 total seasons, 2 maps each, somewhere between 2.5 months and 3 months between each season. This actually might be one of the worst drip-fed CODs, in terms of content at least, that I've ever seen. And you know what? Some of these DLC maps, they could be bangers. It's possible. I wouldn't know because I haven't seen an original DLC map for this game yet, and we probably won't see one until Season 3. But if that's actually the case, this could spell disaster for Call of Duty. You guys have heard countless times from me how bad it is to overhype the game, how bad it is to congratulate and gas up the devs for their sale records despite what the quality and quantity of the content is in this game. I think people should 100% demand more content and more seasons. Now again, to play devil's advocate, this only covers year 1 of MW 2019 Part 2. The rumor right now is that year 2 will be actual MW2 from 2009 content. All the maps being remastered, everybody has to pay $70 for it. I think for those actual maps, maybe it's kind of worth it. It's up for debate, but personally, I think year 2 is easily gonna clear out year 1. I mean, year 1 might get washed by year 2. That's my prediction, because so far, all I've heard, at least content-wise, for year 1 in multiplayer has all been mid or bad news. Now, as the Call of Duty community, are we gonna wait for year 2? And is everybody gonna buy it? Most likely, yes. I'm gonna buy year 2 because I'm a content creator. And before anybody says, oh, you hate on the game, but you still play it. You still play Fooly. How come you still play if you don't like it? I am a Call of Duty content creator. You chode-shaped moron. I hope YouTube doesn't get upset with me, but on top of that, guys, I'm not going to be playing this game for the next 3 weeks. I'm not going to be back until the beginning of January. Like I said earlier, I'll still have content out for you guys. It'll be Modern Warfare related content, and I have a few other nice surprises for you guys. But like I said, I'm not going to be playing Call of Duty at all, and the best part is, from when I leave to the moment I get back and play the game again, absolutely nothing will have changed about this game. We'll get Christmas shipment, which is cool, I guess, but we also had that in Vanguard. Not only that, but we know how the devs are. They're gonna go on vacation, which is okay. Alright, I am perfectly fine with that. If they want to spend time with their families and travel and enjoy their time, that is perfectly fine. I'm not complaining about that, but maybe have some things planned out for the community to keep them engaged with the game while you're gone. My point with this, and it's the same point that I made since MW 2019 when this change happened, I know you guys know the words, say it with me. Seasonal content does not work in Call of Duty. It works in Fortnite, it works in Fall Guys, maybe it works in the superior multiplayer experience Splatoon 3, maybe even for Warzone as a free-to-play game, but for multiplayer, it does not work. And if we're only having 5 seasons in this entire game, 2 maps per season, I hope you guys understand why I keep on saying seasonal content doesn't work in COD. Again, this does not apply to year 2, as year 2 is going to completely wash year 1. fun easily with no difficulties at all. I mean, it's not going to be a challenge whatsoever. But in terms of year one multiplayer content, personally, I think the experience of this game is going to suffer. But who knows? I could be totally wrong. And if I end up being wrong, just remember I told you guys that I wish I'd be wrong. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. If this is true and the way I described it is true, what do you think of us only having 5 seasons in MW 2019 Part 2 Year 1? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos, and yeah guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
It's been a very long time since the weekend. It's been a very long time and I'm weak.